tonight. All right, we're back. Circling Back podcast. Love Island, boys. Final episode of Season 10, Love Island UK. My name's Will DeFries. To my left, the human daybed, David Ruff.
Why? Human daybed or David? What did you say?
I said the human daybed,
So, okay.
David Ruff.
Hey, if you're coupled up with somebody you're not really into, or like you're in a fight with your cigoth, you can come sleep on top of me.
Yep.
Feel free.
Yep. Yeah.
Hey, man, as I look back on another season of Love Island, a show I was pretty early on, I just can't help but feel gratitude in my heart. What a time.
Don't cry because it's over, Dave. Smile because it happened.
You know what, man? That's a great perspective to have. Still got the reunion to look forward to.
We got the terrorist Snogger himself, Dylan Shivery.
The terrorist Snogger?
Terrorist.
Right.
Oh,
You did make,
terrorist
dude.
Snog.
No, you did make out with a
I
terrorist.
thought you said I probably would. I don't know. Hey man, it seems like just yesterday was early days. Now it's like end of days. You know, it goes by so fast.
It doesn't go by
those
fast.
64 episodes, like just almost like it's here then it's gone. you
Yeah,
know?
I mean, it doesn't go by that fast, though. That's the
No,
thing. Like,
no.
it's 2 months of solid television.
Was this the most dramatic season yet?
No, but it wasn't a bad season in my humble
Some
opinion.
are saying is the most dramatic one yet.
Who's the
Hey.
hottest terrorist of all time?
Ooh,
You can't do the chick from Hijack.
Dude,
y'all got to stop.
she's
talking
in the
about that shit.
conversation.
Yeah.
I
gotta
want her to
stop
pistol
talking.
whip me and then tell me why I shouldn't be crying.
I'll look up mugshot shotties and see who has the worst rap sheet.
Okay.
We'll start
There's
there.
probably some terroristic threats, but that's a little bit different.
Well, like, I feel like if girls found out how tall Osama bin Laden was, they'd be, like, snuggling up against him.
6'4" or some shit.
Dude, he's a big dog.
Back his ass down in the paint.
Please, he'll take your girl.
That's one terrorist
He
I
was-
will
he was-
not make out with. But just
yeah,
for
he's
the
dead.
record.
Yeah, because you can't
They
reach.
dumped his body
Yeah,
in the sea.
he's 6'4".
Yeah.
They said he might have been up to 6'6". Only 165 though, so I could take that pencil ass down.
Was he a hooper?
Dude, can you imagine Osama bin Laden yamming on you?
No, I couldn't handle that.
He could probably get rim and not shatter his leg.
I would never live that down. Okay.
Hey, for future tweets, was it your ankle or your knee? I always forget.
It was my knee. Right below my knee, my fibula. Right
Okay.
below my knee.
Okay. I just need to know that because I think I've messed it up in the past, and so I need to be better moving forward.
Well, if you look at the video, it looks like my ankle is what gives in,
Mm-hmm.
but it just put a lot of pressure, like moved up my leg, and that's where it snapped a little bit.
Word.
But hey, we made a full recovery.
Dude, I think we might snap a little bit on this episode. Love Island Boys, season finale.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hey, big shout out, just to start us off, big shout out for getting rid of the baby episode.
Major
of Love
shouts.
Island.
Now all they have to do is get rid of the families episode, and I'll be happy.
I think they finally took the feedback from literally everyone who hates that episode.
It would be fine if like it was just like a challenge or something. But now that I've had a child and I don't love hearing babies cry.
It's triggering.
Like I just don't want to sit there and like during my relaxing time and watch a bunch of babies crying.
Yeah, it's just not a sound anyone's comfortable with at this point.
Too much baby cry audio.
Getting a random phone call from Lehigh Acres, Florida.
Answer it.
Oh, it's
Nah.
probably the DeSantis campaign.
The Sanctimony,
It's-
Meatball Ron hollering at your boy.
How many meatballs can we put you down for donating?
I'm hungry.
Hmm.
I'm hungry.
Sorry,
like-
Meatball. I'm pescatarian. I'm
That's
just
good.
kidding. A meatball sounds really good right now.
I need a meatball right now if it's in front of me.
I might eat
Let's go
some.
to
I might eat
Subway.
some meat this
Let's
weekend.
go eat meatballs
Let's
for
go to
lunch.
Subway. Let's all get meatball subs.
That's the thing. Like, since I only eat meat like once every like 2 weeks now, I can really be snobby about where I do it.
Are you saying you don't want to just waste your meat intake on a Subway meatball
Yeah,
sub?
2 days of diarrhea for meatball sub at
Okay.
Subway probably isn't like what I really want.
Gee. I mean, I can't really argue with that.
Yeah.
Nobody really wants that.
I don't know. Randy was talking up a Taco Bell game yesterday, and it was making me think, like, damn, is that worth it? I think it might be.
I hit Marty's last night.
Really?
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I've been
It's quite
saying that
good.
they're like the GOAT.
Dude, the Hacienda one, the one down south, is pretty darn good, man.
So I discovered that like they might be my go-to takeout from this point forward because I discovered something on their website that they don't publicize.
Tell
You
me
can
about it.
essentially make your own enchiladas, like from top to bottom.
What?
You can choose everything on their website. It's a game changer.
Go to
Menu hack.
Marty's.com/circling
for 0% off.
Yeah. Today's episode is sponsored by the most mediocre restaurant in Austin, Texas,
That's not
Maudie's.
bad.
It's not mediocre.
It's definitely mediocre.
It's between really good and mediocre.
It's
somewhere in
no,
there.
it's between mediocre and good.
Okay.
Really good is a stretch.
It's between. There's a range there.
I would say like Matt's is up to really good, and Maudie's don't touch that. You should be happy that I'm not just absolutely dunking on them like I used to.
You act like I'm part owner of the restaurant. I'm not. I just
You have to
enjoy it.
disclose that if you do.
I don't own any part of Maudie's. I promise you that I'm aware of.
Okay. Do we need to talk about this episode?
We should probably talk about when the families came to town.
I don't really care about the family episode like at all.
Pretty meh family interaction.
Yeah, it was kind of lame-o shit.
Like it's just a boring episode for me. Like I don't think that it's not like The Bachelor. I actually think that like the one thing that The Bachelor does better is the family episodes because you get to like go into their house and like see how fucking weird these Bachelor contestants' families are.
Yes.
You get to go to their high school.
Like that one guy whose dad was just off the wall.
Dude, come on. You can't do our Zen master like
You mean
that.
Dean?
Dude, it
His dad was a
Wasn't
real
his name
one.
Dean?
I want to
Dean.
rewatch that episode and see if I want to hop on that wave.
His dad was like a shaman.
That was interesting. Anyway, yeah, there was no family drama in this episode.
I did find it funny how Mitch's mom wanted him to be with Abby so bad.
Yeah, she even gave Abby a big hug.
Yeah, she clearly
Dude.
was a team Abby.
Why?
in that
But like,
deal.
why are we vindicating Abby here? Like,
We're not.
I'm
I
no,
don't
I'm not
know.
saying we.
Mommy?
It's the royal we. I'm talking about like everybody. Like,
Oh.
why is Mitch's mom into Abby?
Because I think Abby's a sweet girl. I think
If I'm Mitch's mom and I see Abby locking eyes and doing like mountain climbers with Scott in the gym while Mitch is on like a date that he didn't ask to go on, I'm questioning Abby.
I think Abby's a sweet girl and Mitch just completely mishandled that situation every step of the way. And Abby was like, I don't know, she looks, if you compare her to Mitch, she comes out as the winner, as like who handled themselves better. Not that she didn't make any mistakes, because she certainly did.
If you compare Osama bin Laden to Mitch, like they're equally as messy.
Wow. One of the worst terrorists.
No,
in
you
our
can't
history.
say that. You don't know if Mitch had anything to do with 9/11.
It's true. It's true.
May not have even been born.
You can't compare people to Mitch and say who came out better because like there's who's going to win that fight 99% of the time.
Mitch is like objectively the GOAT, the Love Island GOAT. Like I've only seen 2 seasons, but I feel very, very confident in saying there has never been a better character and there never will be.
He's the worst of all. He's the worst to ever do it.
Any guesses on how many Instagram followers he's got? Have you guys looked this up yet?
I have not.
354.
218.
So, like the average when I first started checking, the average for like the top people were in the 500s going about to 600. I checked the other day and people were starting to hit the 600s.
Who's number one?
When I checked, number one was Ella B.
Ella B?
Or no, I'm sorry, not Ella B.
First Ella.
First Ella, yeah.
Okay.
But like also we have to also remember that she was a model before this and she might have already had a stable of followers ready to rip. Very close after was Whitney, but then Molly was actually second.
Okay.
And then Whitney third for me, based on who I saw out of the big hitters. And they were all above 500 just barely. Mitch, whose name is Messy Mitch on Instagram, so he's really leaning into being a shithead. He has 290,000 followers on the Grom right now.
Okay.
Could be worse, could be better for him.
Messy
Okay.
Mitch.
And he's also
Picture of him and Sammy.
yeah, he's just vibing with Sammy right now.
Oh man, the boys got the boys back.
Ugh.
I mean, how do you feel about Scott hanging out with your boys, Tom and Casey?
Scott, I found myself getting very mad at Scott because it's like, dude, will you just like someone? Will you just wait? You don't like anything.
He's a slow burner, David.
Yeah, guess what? Everyone who's ever been on that show, oh, I'm kind of a slow burner myself. That's
The-
not how they talk.
The way that
But-
Scott just completely like put Abby on the back burner and acted like there might be something there instead of just admitting like, hey, I know we're at the end and no one else is coming in. Like it's just like it's kind of a trash look for me. That's
Yeah.
where I will ride for Abby. She deserved more than what Scott was giving her.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel. Like, should I be applauding them for not faking it to try to stay on longer, or I don't know. It's weird. Scott was, there were times where I felt sorry for him. I thought he was wronged in the Catherine situation and
He was.
after Casa, but he just doesn't really show anything.
Scott, there must have been a lot going on behind the scenes that we just didn't see because he got wronged so much, and it led me to believe we just don't know who he actually is, and these people do. It was so confusing to me.
Well, apparently, like the UK public loved Scott,
Yeah,
which I don't get.
I don't understand loving the guy, but I also don't understand hating the guy.
I don't hate the guy. I don't hate the guy by any means. But I was not ready. Like, I did not care when he was on the screen. It was just like, okay. But I did start to hate him when he started to act like he did like Abby, and he just clearly didn't. It's like, dude, this is embarrassing. It's the end of the season. Just leave.
Yeah.
There's no shame in just saying, I didn't find a connection here. I'm out, guys. Thank you. People have done it before. People will do it again. And I actually respect when people are like, it's my time. See you guys.
Yeah, everyone just called him out on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they should.
I
Like,
guess so.
Abby had been led along enough during this time.
Dude,
She doesn't need Scott doing it too.
the morning of Family Day, Scott's like sitting there on the day beds with the boys. He's like, "Yeah, I'm pulling the plug. Like it's done."
and then he
it's like-
never pulled the plug.
And they're like, "Oh, there's the families." And I was like, "Oh, this is so awkward."
Yeah, but that could have been just awkward timing that he couldn't have accounted for.
No,
you know?
for sure. It's
'Cause it-
just
Yeah. If
you never
plan-
really. I think the families thing really threw a wrench into his
Yeah.
plan.
If you plan to end it with someone and then you see their parents walking toward you, it's like, oh shit, maybe I should holster this for a little bit. So that's probably just misfortunate.
No, he had time.
Did
Unless they weren't allowed to talk. Unless they weren't allowed to like get together before the families came.
You
in.
got to know families like, okay, this is probably about the time family shows up. They probably know it's
Well,
coming.
once you see one family come in, you got to be like, oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, you also can't end it with her when you know her parents are about to walk through that door.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Might be a viral moment that you can squeeze a little more Instagram money out of for him.
She's like tears in her eyes, kissing her mom, like, oh, he just broke up with me.
I would love to see the dad conversation. She's like, get out of here, dude. What's your fucking problem? Go sit on the
Yeah.
day bed. Go sit on the Dave bed.
That's you, Dave.
We need you to have a
I'm just my face is on the headboard.
your pillow. Yeah, there's a pillow with your face on it.
Oh.
Which Love Island contestant do you most want to sit on the pillow with your face on it? I'm gonna go with Tyreek.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna sit on my face
They're
pillow?
gonna
Yeah.
sit on your face.
Yeah.
Pillow.
To be clear, this is not mypillow.com. This is different. It's just I'm not the My Pillow guy. I'm gonna go with I don't know what the answer is here. I'll go with Ella.
Which one?
Original.
Okay.
She's got a big following.
Is that what you call it? Hey, let's talk about the talent show. Let's talk about the talent show, my friends.
It's
Okay.
not.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind if they got rid of this.
I want some instant. No.
No,
I want some
it's
instant
great
takes. I want some
content.
instant takes from you guys. Okay. Hula hooping Molly.
Hot.
I thought she would have like a different talent, but she was fine.
What would your talent? What would your talent be?
I'm not. We'll talk about that in a second. Locken being a frisbee guy.
That was cool.
The best one.
Certified cool.
Yeah, but he's also a frisbee guy, which means that like
It's weird.
Yeah, but he's
No
like
offense.
he's
Kinda
like
lame.
a very skilled frisbee guy.
yeah, but like
He's like an ultimate.
that's like
Frisbee
being
guy,
like
right?
a. I don't even know. I'm trying to think of something lame that's like that you can be really good
He
at.
said he was on like the England
Golden
something
Tee?
something team.
Yeah, but like
What is that? I didn't know they had teams like that for frisbee.
Randy, I
he'd
feel
be-
like this is where you chime in.
He'd be devastating at beer. Have you ever played beer frizz?
check my Instagram story one time while I'm out of town, dude. Like, come on, player. Like
played
all
beer
I did
frizz.
was play fucking Beersby, dude.
Imagine playing against Locken.
Dude, do you guys even have ski poles down here to play with? Wow.
I mean, someone has a ski
You can
pole.
find other means of holding up a beer bottle.
Ty and Whitney's rap together.
Just bad. Felt
you know what? I
uncomfortable.
appreciate that they made the effort. That's hard to do.
I was actually very impressed that it wasn't as horrible as it should have been.
Can we get to Abby and her balloon animals?
They
Please?
should have been worse. They should have been worse at rapping. And the
Why?
fact that they didn't have any music to rap along to, I give them a lot of credit for accomplishing that. And you know that I have a love-hate with Whitney. How about Sammy, dude? He can do headstands.
And juggling.
He
was
surprised
funny.
himself when he juggled.
He was funny because he was like, I have so many talents, I don't know which one to choose. So he kind of did a few of them. His was good. His was fine.
It was fine.
There was part of me that was hoping Zach would, wreck his fibula when he was dunking.
By the way, that was like a 9-foot goal.
There's no way that was a regulation hoop.
Goal. I know you hate goal.
Have you guys seen him on Instagram at all?
No.
He's not a big man in the paint. He wants to have the nicest J in the game.
He's
No word on his bounce pass.
four.
But yeah.
Yeah, you can't be. You're not a center at 6'5".
You might be in like an English league where they don't have like.
There's tall people
Whatever.
in England.
Yeah, they have tall people there too.
How tall are the people on no one's going to England to play professional basketball. I feel like that's just the scrubs who like find like sponsors in
No,
the
but
UK.
some people who are from there do get tall.
You got to go to Greece or something.
Thank you for
you don't make it
mansplaining
here-
humanity to me.
Dude,
Yeah.
you can live a pretty good little life going and playing Greek ball. Greek ball.
Right. Greek freak is
I
from
think
there.
Boddicker did that. yeah,
You
that's
make
right.
a good living.
Yeah, maybe like 500K, just live in Greece.
Live in Greece, yeah. Kind of sick.
Greek freak.
That's what they're
Trying to
calling
figure out
him.
who he played for. I want to know like
Boddicker?
no, I don't care about Boddicker.
Fuck.
I'm talking about Zach Noble, dude. Our guy.
Yeah, he wasn't. That was not regulation
I think he
at
who did
all.
I think he played for the
For the what, Dave?
Molly was-
Manchester Crumpets.
Really?
Yeah, the Crumpeteers.
Sounds like he played for the Worcester Wolves.
Molly was all hot and
Pretty
bothered
dope name.
watching him dunk on a low rim,
Well,
low hoop.
she's not very tall.
Can you dunk on a 9-foot right now?
Yeah, if I could touch rim, I get a whole foot above it. You kidding me? A yam on you, that's for sure.
I don't recommend you trying it.
I'm not going to try
say
it, but
that.
I could. Just know that I could.
I want to go on record. I just looked it up. It appears as though the tallest player on the Worcester Wolves is 6'8", so not that much taller than Zach.
Okay.
Fuck y'all.
Well, maybe it's a small ball.
That's who he
Don
plays
Nelson.
That's who he played for at one point. I just
Okay.
looked up the roster, dude. I had to convert from meters.
for. Did he get paid money?
Ella B brought the heat.
That's kind of how he was paid money.
He's a semi-professional. I don't know what that means.
You have to go out there and play when you're all semi rocked up. Get paid more for it.
I didn't realize that was part of it.
Well, yeah.
I already had to look up every person's height on the team. I'm not looking up how much they make.
Oh.
It's too much work.
So Ella B, you're talking about her dance routine?
She brought it, dude.
Yeah.
Anyone who doesn't like Ella B at this point, I'll talk to. I'll ride for her.
She's very flexible.
She seems nice. Ella and Jess dancing. Jess should have just played soccer again. Do you remember when she played soccer in that one challenge and did a rainbow?
Dude, that nothing has horned you up more than
She
that.
was so good at it. I was just like, what? You should just be juggling. Like, you're good at soccer. Just do
I
this.
don't remember that for some reason.
It's because you're not a footy boy.
Maybe.
Mitch's roast was probably the hardest
my God.
hardest watch of the season.
It was terrible.
I mean, you gotta like run that material by some people. Like maybe like one of the producers can like look it over.
But if
Unreal bad.
you're sitting there watching one of your friends present a roast like that, don't you have to give him like a pity laugh too? The crickets it made it more uncomfortable.
I think there was some editing.
Yeah, the editing wronged him for sure.
it was not funny. Though.
Just like how the editing completely like serves like other people very well. Like I'm sure like Scott was probably like a heartwarming moment for the Villa when they all started singing together and stuff, but like Scott's performance was not impressive.
What did he
wasn't.
sing? Truly, madly, deeply.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was really uncomfortable.
That would have been cool if the guys for their talent show they just all stood up there and did Truly Madly Deeply like they were in a pub. That's what I
That'd
would
be
have
great.
done.
That would have crushed.
I truly Abby's balloon animals.
She unlocked a new ick for me.
I mean that if she isn't icking people before,
That was so ick.
How do you not have
Why?
like any tangible skills?
She did a balloon animal. She made one.
A producer taught her how to make one beforehand.
The clown makeup is what really
yeah.
it drove the ick home.
If there's
for me.
anything else you can do, anything that doesn't require you to wear clown makeup for the entire evening, you choose that. Because that,
and then she just stayed in it the rest of the evening too.
yeah, she's like having serious conversations about Scott. It's
Yeah.
just got clown makeup,
And
which
he's
is
looking at her
Well,
like
which is kind of topical
pretty
for her.
great.
You
he's
know?
looking at her like,
Aw.
this is why I'm not attracted to you. I just can't get past this.
Mm.
It was really bad, man.
I don't like clowns.
The heart that she made with the balloon, you had to hold it in place to form the heart. If you let it go, it just turned into.
Who
a
did she give
circle.
it to? She didn't give it to Scott.
Right, I don't know. Yeah, that was tough.
I think we need to move on to the Grafties.
Oh hell yeah! This
Oh,
is the new.
this is where it
edition,
got-
correct.
Yep, the Grafties have seemingly replaced the Baby Day, which is
a
so
huge,
welcome.
a huge win for us.
Where do we start at the Grafties?
I will just say that after I watched this episode, or as I was watching it, I texted you guys who I believe hadn't seen it yet, and I said, "This is the most uncomfortable I've ever been watching this show, and this is like my 4th or 5th season to watch."
Oh man, I loved it.
That's saying quite a lot. It was so awkward, so uncomfortable, and it's 100% because of Mitch.
I thought Mitch crushed us. Mitch did get hammered. You could tell Mitch was hammered.
I do think that they had some extra drinks flowing that night.
This is the first time watching Love Island that I thought, oh, that person has had too much to drink.
The producers, they fed him alcohol, and then they started the Grafties, and they're sitting back like Birdman, like, "What? This is going to be great television."
I found
It was.
the Mitch stuff. Yeah, it was uncomfortable, but I found the Ty Whitney back and forth to be more uncomfortable, and the Ty Whitney lock-in to be the most uncomfortable potentially.
Yeah, quite icy in that villa for Ty versus them.
Yeah.
What team are you on?
It's hard to go against Ty.
Really, it's hard
But
to go
Locken
against
is
Ty.
such a nice dude.
I don't know enough about Lock-in yet to jump on his side.
Lock-in seems like a nice dude. Everyone rides for Lock-in. I'm fine with that. I don't see what everyone else sees in Lock-in from a standpoint of wanting to like put him up on a pedestal.
He's just a really nice, harmless
I think
guy.
he might be
I
the
think he's a
epitome of
great
glue
guy in the villa, and I'm sure that he's great in casual conversations. But for me, like, not that much that I saw on camera made me want to hang out with him more than like someone like Ty, who's funny.
So
So I ride with Ty.
this is when we saw the actual clip of Ty and Ella B after she came into the villa.
Mhm.
And he said, he made the comment about, "It's a shame that was our last kiss." That was 100% a flirty comment.
I don't know, man. You can take it two ways.
And not like, yeah, too bad it's never happening
Bro,
again.
like if it had maybe been from somebody else, maybe you could argue like that wasn't flirty. But dude, it's just
100%.
everything that dude says is flirty.
Yes.
I know. Here's the thing, though. Ty was batting 1,000 when it came to flirting with any girl that pulled him. Like, this isn't something new. He's a flirtatious dude, so we shouldn't be shocked that like. And he's still not like girlfriend, boyfriend with.
I'm not
Ella.
shocked by it. I'm just saying he
Yeah.
didn't tell the truth
But,
to,
like-
to his girlfriend.
Well, he said what he said. What he said, you could make a case that it's the perfect statement.
He gets benefit of the
It's-
doubt, but then again, it's Ty, so it's hard to do that.
It's the perfect statement
Yeah.
for a guy like him because he's like, "What? This is what I meant by it," and you
Yeah.
can back that up
You can't prove-
technically.
you can't prove it wrong.
I mean, it'd be difficult to have a girl that you previously had a flirtation with, or they obviously made out. It'd be tough for her to come into the villa and not have like a little flirtation that like brings you back to your home. I feel like, especially if you're like still early days with
Yeah,
people.
and
Yeah,
that
I guess he
comment-
wasn't early
The
days.
comment was made on the heels of her saying, "You're kissing my face," and he's like, "You're kissing mine," or whatever. Like it was just the whole thing was just a big flirt fest.
I thought there had to have been some behind the scenes tension with Lock-in and Ty because for him to like go at Lock-in for telling Whitney what Mitch said about I think what was it about the ick, right?
Right, which they all do.
Like,
all the
dude,
time.
yeah, like that's not crazy. It's not like he told a bunch of other people. He told the girl he was paired up with.
Yeah,
That's not that wild.
everyone talks like that. To each
Ty,
other.
Ty was just looking for a reason to go at them.
Yeah, I agree. I had the same thought because that wasn't like an egregious overstep or anything. It was just a conversation that everyone's having.
Yeah, if I were Ty, I simply would have been like, "I don't believe that you two actually like each other very much."
Yeah,
That's what I would have said.
and then he shushes Whitney. Right, tells her to stop. He's like, she starts to chime in between the two, and he's like, just tells her to stop or whatever, which is pretty fucked up. Pretty fucked up.
I think this villa was truly tired of each other.
Yeah, you spent how long? 3 months are they in there for? Is that what it is? 2 months? I think
2
it's
months essentially.
You get tired of people if you're around them that long.
Dude, I could be at someone's fucking like lake house for 3 days and I will get tired of a couple immediately. I'm just like, all right, I don't want to be around these people for longer than 2 more days.
If they didn't give him that 1 day a week to get out of the villa, they would go insane.
They shouldn't give them that day. I
They
think they
would
should just
go-
lock them in.
Cabin fever will set in. You'll just go crazy.
They should just lock them in.
Then we got the Mitch stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Mitch is an idiot. He was always going to get caught. I just think he thought he was not going to get caught until after. I mean, obviously these guys didn't know what the Grafties were. So like after movie night, they probably operate like you can go around saying whatever you want to people.
I think Mitch, part of the reason he acted out, he was just embarrassed that he got caught like making those comments.
I don't know when Mitch, like I feel like Mitch got enabled at some point. Like something in his brain got unlocked midway through the season that made him go from being like just a general, standard run-of-the-mill douche into thinking that he's like the guy. Because he has this cocky aura about him when he starts talking like this. And it's just like, dude, this is such a bad look for you. No one's riding for you right now.
It got really annoying for me how they couldn't resist like an opportunity to take a shot at each other. Like if the subject was broached again between Abby and Mitch, then they'd be like, again, he'd be like, well, I'm not with you or you're with him because I didn't pick you, like stuff like that. It just kept going on and on and on and just breathed new life into this argument. And it got so tired after
This
a while.
is why I don't really like watching Abby. Like, I'm sure she's nice, but every situation that Abby was in was a situation that I got tired of.
Yeah.
Her and Mitch, her and Scott, like it just dragged on. And she got to the point where I was like, okay, you need to leave too.
Yeah.
She and Scott just should have gotten eliminated way before.
Yeah, so he got exposed for saying two different things, and he won the Grafty for it. So he had to deliver his little speech up there, and that's when he did like the quiet the crowd move.
Like, dude, what do you quiet? Like, what?
Okay.
And I'm so glad Scott said something. I am really happy that he called him a fucking knobhead because he was being a fucking, I don't know what that means, but he was a fucking knobhead.
It's calling him a
penis
dickhead.
head.
Okay. He is a dickhead.
Why are you allowed to call someone a dickhead, but you can't shush someone?
I think it was the male female.
Dude, that was was really embarrassing what Mitch said up
No,
there.
I know, but like I feel like taking the high road is not calling someone a knobhead when they already look like an asshole themselves.
Right, but it was Mitch, man. Someone needed to say something.
Where I'm coming from right now is way more anti-Scott than pro Mitch.
I'm not a huge Scott guy. Don't hate the guy. I don't like him. But when you compare him to Mitch, he comes out ahead every time.
Yeah. But you
Every
still
time.
shouldn't call someone a knobhead like in front of everyone.
Especially at the Grafties.
That's fucking asshole, but that's asshole behavior.
It is.
You don't do that there.
But it was kind of deserved in that moment.
This isn't the
Was he being a knobhead?
Annie,
Yes.
bro.
Will I ever be the person to sit there in front of a group of people and be like, you're being a fucking knobhead? Like, no, that makes you look like Mitch owns way too much real estate in your head, Scott. And having Mitch own any real estate in anyone's head is just a tough look at this point because
It would have been
a mess.
It would
Mitch
have been
has
much
like
better
4.5 acres in Dylan's head.
if he just laughed. If you just laughed at him instead of calling him that. It would have been probably delivered much better, and it would have been like more effective.
I think that there could have been way more ways that he could have cut Mitch down than like doing the name calling thing. But I also just hate Scott. Like, sorry, I just do. The guy just is a nothing burger to me.
Yeah, I get it.
It is amazing how many people tanked their stock toward the end of the season for me.
Just the finger like quieting the crowd when he was up there was probably my cringiest moment of the season.
The roast for me.
I thought the roast was
The
much
roast
worse
was
than the
tougher
finger.
for me. What would you rather have? Him shushing the crowd or Bachelor Bibiana dropping the mic?
Oh God.
Oh,
Why'd you have to bring that up?
yeah. I try to wipe that from my memory.
Dude, you love the Bibiana mic
Remember
drop.
she was on Bachelor in Paradise and she just absolutely just flamed out immediately.
That's what I think that, Dave, I think that applies to numerous seasons.
She talked to zero like dudes.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, I guess I'm going home. Yeah.
I don't know why I loved how much Dylan hated Bibiana. The man hated her.
Well, the mic drop really solidified
Yeah,
it.
the
Yeah.
mic drop didn't help her cause.
I liked that she would go on a dating show and show zero interest in people, and then right when she realized she was going to be eliminated, she would always try to like find someone. That was I think she did it 3 separate times on the show.
The ultimate, what's the procrastinator?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to start writing this essay the night before.
Should we move on to the next episode?
Yeah.
Okay, we've got Ty apologizing to Locken and Whitney. Whatever. I don't really think that those three actually dislike each other very much. Mitch tells Scott that he should just dump Abby if he's not feeling it. Fair. Whatever.
I mean, at this point, like 6 different people have said that to Scott.
yeah.
It's like Mitch, you didn't have to chime in.
They announced the bottom 3 couples through the public vote. Mitch, Ella B, Molly, Zach, Scott, Abby. The only surprise for me here was Molly and Zach. I still don't totally understand why they aren't more liked by people
I don't either.
in the general public. I'm not saying they're my favorite couple or anything, but it doesn't really make sense to me that they find themselves in the bottom as much as they have.
There were moments in this season where I thought they were the runaway winners of the show.
There were flashes, yeah. But I also thought that they started sinking back a little bit, like Kai and Sanam. And I thought that they might kind of get that same kind of like public love for that, like not engaging in the drama and stuff. Instead, it seems like it backfired.
When they finished 4th in the finale, I was shocked.
Sally
I
called
thought
it.
maybe 2nd.
Sally like called it the entire
don't
season.
get
She
it.
was like, "Yeah, the public doesn't like them." And then when they finished in this vote, I was like, "How did you know this the entire time?"
Yeah,
I haven't really made sense of it.
Is
don't understand.
the only thing I can think of is like that we can't see maybe the cultural difference between them like you could if they were from the United States.
That's something that kept getting brought up.
Is it? Yeah, she's from.
And
like
I have no context.
She's
so-
from a more remote area, and he's from London, right?
Yeah,
So he's,
Yeah.
he's a city guy.
But like that's not. It's not a reason
CITY.
not to like a couple.
I agree. It doesn't. I don't get it. Maybe they just didn't. There was a part of me in the beginning of the season, if you run the tape, that did not like Molly at all. She gave me theater girl vibes. But like she absolutely grew on me throughout the season.
Well, it
Yeah.
helped that she, once she came back on the show, she was somehow hotter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It also helped that she coupled up with Zach, who turned out to be one of my favorite guys to watch.
he's just a cool
Broski.
customer.
Broski.
Broski.
Come on, Broski.
We've got okay, so they finally dumped Scott and Abby, which was like long overdue. And then Mitch decided to just go absolutely off the rails and tell everyone before bedtime that he thinks Ella B is fake.
Which, by the way,
Oh, fuck.
he says she's fake to numerous people and uses the word fake. Later, when he gets called out for it by Ella B, she's like, well, "What exactly did you say?" And he did not. He lied. He blatantly lied. He said, "I didn't use the word fake. You did more than once."
This is
I
like.
don't. We shouldn't be surprised that he lied. Like he
He's
lied.
just
He's lied to Ella B numerous times at this
He
point.
carries on like there aren't cameras everywhere. It's so weird.
I respect it.
This is what
Ignorance
that
is
man
bliss.
does, dude. Right when the show is about to get boring again for like a few more episodes, it's like, all right, well, we're past everything. He just says, you know what? I'm gonna step up here. I'm gonna
Mhm.
give you something. Watch this.
Mm-hmm.
Chick I'm with, LB, fake.
Fake.
Don't like her.
look-
No,
like
she's
me.
fake.
The look on Locken's face when he said, he was like, "Wait, what? I thought you guys were doing great."
He is just, it's a masterclass in self-destruction.
Oh, and then less than 24 hours later, he asked her to be exclusive with them.
Do you think he was doing this just for the cameras? Like instead of the theory that he operates like the cameras aren't rolling. Do you think he's doing this for the cameras intentionally? Does he know?
Is he trying so hard to just villainize himself?
He doesn't seem like he knows, and that's what blows my mind.
I think the producers were like, hey, man, this has been an okay season, but
Do you
like
think
we
she's
need
fake?
a little more juice.
You think she's fake? If so, you should probably say that to your friends.
Go do it like just kind of do it like randomly, like out of nowhere when no one else is talking about that.
I would like to know the producer's involvement and everything, like how much they talk to the cast. Probably a lot.
I think it's more than we realize.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's a video from an ex-Islander on like YouTube that's describing their experience that could tell us all this stuff. But like I kind of don't want to know certain things.
Yeah. In this rundown that put together again by Blakey Locks, shout out to him. He said, Mitch out of nowhere tells the boys that he thinks Ella B is fake before promptly kissing and cuddling her.
He just had to see if it was real.
Yeah.
If you want to know if she loves you so, it's in her kiss. That's
Wow.
where it is.
That's where it is. Oh
Oh,
Dude, you gave me The Rock.
Mitch.
yeah. Hey, y'all might have to holler at the rest of this rundown because your boy's computer is just going
What's happening?
crazy right now.
We got final dates next.
Okay, I'll be honest. Those final dates for me, all-time skip episodes.
Man,
Yeah, they are lame. I find myself skipping forward. On
the
a
only
bunch.
one with any intrigue was the Mitch and LB because we didn't know if he was gonna like
Dump her
right. Yeah, which
or tell her that she was fake, but instead he did the exact opposite. and
no,
leaned into
he
it.
became exclusive.
He gets back to the villa, and everyone's like, "How's the date?" And they're like, "Oh, we're exclusive now." The guy's like, "What?"
Oh, really?
What?
And then she walks. Oh, Whitney pulls her aside, pulls Ella B aside. He's like, "Look, this is what he said last night. He says that you're fake." And then she walks up she pulls Mitch. Oh, you really you weren't kidding about that.
I wasn't fucking around, Dylan.
She pulls Mitch like, "Hey, did you say this?" And he's like, "Yeah, I didn't have a chance to talk to you yet. Like, you weren't going to. We all know that you weren't going to pull her yourself, you idiot." He's so funny because
Dude,
he's such a moron.
I kind of think Sally's fake.
Really?
Yeah.
Your wife?
Yeah. Do you guys
huge, bro?
Do you guys see that? Like, I kind of think she might be fake.
Yeah, I noticed it, but I didn't want to say anything.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna have another kid with her.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you gonna tell her you think she's fake first, or just
No?
No, I'm gonna
someone
tell her
else
that
will
like
tell her.
I was just unsure. You know.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I like it.
I was like, maybe this is too good to be true.
What else do we get from these dates? Zach drove a Ferrari.
Dude,
Cool.
I just wish these dates were like not as like produced as they are. The way
Yeah.
that they do it all, like when Sammy and Jess were dancing with all those randos. Can you imagine being in a ballroom and just dancing with all these random fucking people that
No.
you've never met before?
No,
It sounds terrible.
It's just like weird.
there wasn't much else from all this.
Yeah. Like the dates themselves, like everyone, all the people did was vote for Ella and Mitch because like he called her fake 2 days ago. You might as well just like,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
it's
get them off the
pretty
island.
obvious how that was gonna go. It's like,
Oh my gosh!
oh man.
By the way, their date was so early. The sun wasn't even up when they got the text. Remember?
That's devastating.
Tough.
That means that you're the low man on the totem pole when it comes to everything.
Ella woke up and she said, "Where are Mitch and Ella B?" Like, "Oh, they've been on a date for the last 2 hours." Like, what? It was weird. Should we move ahead to the next epi?
Yeah. I mean, unless you guys really want to talk about the dates, I don't see myself
No,
caring.
no, really nothing. The yacht was tight. Whitney, Lockman's cool.
Sally has a theory that whoever gets the yacht date is like the top couple. So when she saw Whitney and Locken get the yacht date, she was pretty sold they were going to win the whole thing.
Yacht date that's a recurring final date.
Dude, I guess.
I don't really remember.
Yeah. I'm dumb.
Yeah.
I don't remember
That's
anything at
true,
this
too.
point. Too many early birds.
The undercover mission that the guys were on, that was some lame-o shit.
Why
They're trying new material.
Yeah.
why wouldn't Jess like
Try the smoothie?
just drink the smoothie?
Yeah, she did kind of fuck that up for the boys.
But Sammy took that on he was too upset by that.
In the past, they've given the scavenger hunt to the girls, I feel like, more often, and I feel like the girls are better at it. I feel like it's more entertaining to watch the girls do it for some reason.
Yeah. Sammy was legit put out by Jess not trying the smoothie. She's like, "I didn't know it was part of the challenge, dude."
so close. Like, why didn't you just try it?
I would just hope the producers wouldn't like pour me out, and I'd just be like, "Jess, it's part of a challenge. Just fucking do it."
Yeah. She's just,
I'd be so bad at that. The producers would hate me. They'd be like, "Dude, Will, you gotta stop saying like, hey,
we're gonna ask you to leave if you keep doing this.
yeah,
Will.
like you keep
You're ruining the show.
tearing down the wall, whatever wall. Like, stop doing that." Finale,
Mitch and Ella B went home.
obviously.
Mitch had a nice moment with the boys. Brought him, got him around the circle, the fire pit. It was good. It was his way of like trying to salvage some kind of respect. But
I mean, Mitch, all-time bad dude in terms of like personality and operating on the show. That being said, I'm glad he was on the show this entire season. I'm glad that we got to see the train wreck unfold. You always need a foil, and Mitch was that for us. He wasn't like some crazy villain. He just operated like a true dumbass, and that's some of the best TV you can have.
dumbassery.
He is an all-time character, but he's also just all-time doofus. So in the penultimate episode, which is between the final dates and then obviously the finale, Ty and Ella got into a big fight because they had to squeeze one more in before the season was over.
Well, obviously.
Just a good pointless fight.
So Ty and Ella, this is from Blakey Locks again. Ty and Ella get into a fight about what's wrong with Ella, and Ty tells her to shut up. And then the fight carries on like inside the villa, and they both say "fuck you" to each other. Remember that?
The way that they fight is a little more toxic than the way that I've traditionally fought with, significant others.
That one came out of thin air. That was just like
Dude, I think they also just need some time away from each other.
Yeah.
Like, they're not married. They don't, like, live with each other. Like, they're still in the early steps of their relationship.
They're just regular out of nowhere, for no reason fights are like most couples like bad fights.
Yeah.
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 Like they're just on another level.
Like to say fuck you to your significant other is pretty serious.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, that only comes out if you're really fighting.
Yeah.
Like, really fighting.
This was based on absolutely nothing.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. That's just how Ty operates, dude. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Hey, somehow my computer's running like way smoother now, but I still think that might have a virus.
All right.
If I have to go to the Genius Bar, fuck. Dave, can you give me some of that Norton update you did the other day?
You should get an apple teeny.
Can you get those at the Nerd Bar?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Randy likes that one.
Oh, I think I might have just ruptured a vocal cord. Let's move on to the finale.
Finish strong.
Let's just get out of here. Let's just figure this out.
Molly and Zach fourth.
Highlight of the finale, a lot of Maya Jama.
Oh my God.
A lot of Maya Jama.
Terrible. I will say that terrible production for the finale in terms of like
It is
everything.
Not entertaining. The sit down interviews with the couples, it's like,
But even from like the camera was way too close to people when they were like on screen. It was like, you need to back off of Maya Jama a little bit.
well,
No, they needed to take like 2 steps back.
okay.
2 steps back.
Yeah, finale's kind of boring. Really, just it's about who wins.
Were you guys surprised by the results? 4th place, Molly and Zach. 3rd place, Ty and Ella. 2nd place, Whitney Locke. And winners, Sammy and Jess.
My only
No.
surprise, like I said earlier, I thought Molly and Zach would be second. I thought they were still very well liked, but I did think Sammy and Jess were going to win this thing.
I'm so a little surprised Whitney and Lock and Stock didn't fall to 3rd or 4th, but
Whitney had certain moments where she was like my favorite person in the villa. I thought
Early
she was
on,
like
for
the
sure.
most entertaining person to watch, like talk to people about situations because she was so blunt and so entertaining, like with it. But then there were other times, like when she got in the fight with Ella,
That was bizarre.
all that stuff where I was just like, "You're a toxic friend."
That was
like I would
bizarre.
not want you in my crew
Dude,
because I don't know if you're like you're unhinged.
if you told me a year from now that the Mitch LB fake thing and the Whitney Ella whatever that was
You're the
even
most
about-
selfish person I've ever met.
Yeah,
Yeah.
was like they kind of told him to do that, I wouldn't be shocked because it was so out of nowhere.
The way that Whitney just like tried to stand her ground when she was saying the most selfish person you've ever met, like even like. I don't know. That's just not. That's
she
not how
wouldn't
you
let it-
should
she would
operate.
not let it go. Ella was trying to make up with her, and they had like a nice conversation. She goes, but you are the most selfish person I've ever met, and I want you to know that. And she's like, why do you keep telling me this? Like,
Yeah.
drop it. Really weird. I think Locken carried he and Whitney to second place. I think he was so well liked.
I think she was also really well liked, though. I think despite those moments, like I think we were like, I don't know.
I think Locken has a big frisbee following too that was riding for him.
Yeah, that's true. I heard J-Bone was voting for him nonstop.
All the non-ball golfers out there.
Yeah, yeah. Like, can you imagine if I was like really good at slam ball or not slam ball,
Yes.
spike ball? Like, what if I was really good at spike ball? Like, I was world class. Still just spike ball, you know?
Still nuts.
It is still nuts. It is
That's
still
true.
nuts.
That's true.
We've got a finale that's dropping tonight, or sorry, a reunion that's apparently dropping tonight. Are you guys going to watch this? I will
Tonight?
absolutely watch it.
Absolutely.
You don't always get a reunion on these Love Island episodes.
Yeah.
Do we? So I asked this in the office the other day when Barrett was here, noted oysters, clams, and cockles co-host.
Right.
So the British film industry has not shut down. I had hopes that like the entire like world's entertainment industry was shutting down so that we could just get as much Love Island as we could possibly take in.
Do we know when the next season is going to be?
I think there's rumors that it's going to happen sooner than we think.
Because wasn't this a surprise season?
A little bit.
They squeeze one in because it's
No, this wasn't a surprise because it's summertime. They always do it in the summertime. The surprise ones are always during the off season, during
Okay.
like fall, winter,
Got it.
or whatever.
Got it.
So I hope that the next season is not like January. I think that's what the last one was. I hope it's sooner than that.
Yeah, that's too far away. Love the show, man. Sorry,
Good season.
I do that.
Stop. Are you masturbating right now?
Wasn't
Dylan?
great, but good.
I
I'm
thought it
not.
was a good season.
It was a really good season.
I thought it was in the top. It was one of my. I wouldn't say it was one of my favorite seasons, but it was right in the thick part of the bell curve for me.
Tip of the cap to the producers on this one. I thought they put together a masterpiece because
The wrinkles saved it.
I was
yeah.
pretty critical of the cast early on because that I didn't see much personality from anyone. I think the producers brought some good characters in, but they also, like Dave said, they created new little wrinkles that like created a lot of
was good.
drama, and it ended up being really entertaining.
The producers are probably the MVPs of this season.
Yeah,
I will say that I was a little bummed. We did get some bromance this season, but we didn't get the bromances that I wanted.
Ty and Zach. Oh, that reminds me.
Ty and Sam
And
I
Sam.
think we're the best friends.
That's right.
Yeah.
But Zach was part of that little trio too.
Yeah.
When Mitch was saying his goodbye speech to everyone, he's like, "I made a best friend, my best friend for life," and he was talking about Zach.
No, they are boys though.
But the vibe I get is that Zach probably would not have said that about Mitch had he been leaving.
I'm excited to see how often they're together on Instagram after this.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Let's do it. The final Mary Snog pie of the season.
Okay,
This is the season-wide one.
I think I said.
Who are you marrying him?
I think I said early on. I'm going to start with my pie. If that's
no,
okay.
start with it's Mary Snog pie.
Oh, fine.
Yeah, that should come after marriage.
Fine. All right, I'm going to marry Maya Jama.
Disgusting. You're not. I'm not
'Cause I'm-
allowing you to do that.
'cause
That's a mail-in.
I'm high key in love
That's
with her.
that's an absolute mail-in.
Or Molly. Big Molly fan after all this. I think she's a sweet gal. She's very beautiful to me. She was riding for one guy throughout the entire show. I'm into her. Marrying her.
Just a little boring, but I do like
That's
her.
okay.
She grew on me over the season.
Okay. I'm gonna marry Ella,
Which one?
original Ella.
Okay.
I just want to be berated for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
But
I want to be in a hyper toxic relationship
yeah,
with this smoking hot girl.
exactly, exactly.
I did like her personality when she wasn't arguing with people, though. I ride for Ty and Ella. I think they were my favorite couple by the end of the season.
Really?
I enjoyed them. I thought Ty was hilarious the entire season. He's unhinged, but I'm gonna marry Jess.
Oh yeah, good. We haven't even talked about.
I loved Jess's personality. I thought she had good takes. I truly think that she was getting totally beaten down by the show by the end of it, though. She was ready to leave as much as anybody was, I think. There were moments, like when she didn't want to drink the smoothie, it's like, I just don't think she wants to be here anymore, guys. She needs Sammy to say I love you, and she needs to get out of this villa. Snogging. Who you snogging?
I'm
Ooh,
going to snog Jess.
Okay.
I'm gonna go way back. I'm snogging Leah.
I knew you were going to snog Leah, dude.
Ooh,
I knew
don't
you were
hate
going to
that.
snog Leah.
Don't hate that.
I'm going to snog Ella B.
Okay.
I want to be able to say to her later in life, like, it's a shame it's the last time we kissed.
That's good. I like it.
Who are you buying?
I said early on that every chance I get, I'm pieing Mitch, and I'm going to stick to that. Mitch gets all of my pies. All of them. He's just such a moron.
I want to pie Locken for being a frisbee dork.
Oh,
I thought he was sick with that thing, man.
dude, he's deadly from 10 feet in.
If you do it that way,
Yeah, but
Like
if
he's
you're
doing?
playing Beersby and a dude walks up and starts doing that form of throwing, like it's over. It's not fun for you anymore.
but it's impressive.
I went 7-1 while I was in Michigan, by the way.
I'm really bad at throwing a frisbee.
I'm not-
Maybe that's why I'm so impressed.
I think I'm good at short distances, which is why I'm decent at that game, because I'm not good long distance.
My shit be wobbling. It's not good, man.
I'm pretty sure that like the 90% of my frisbee throwing in life is from that game, and so I think like that distance is perfect for me. Anything outside of that, I can't do. Who you pine, Dave?
Scott.
Fuck yeah.
Scott, just fucking
Let's
figure,
fucking
figure
go.
it out, dude. Would you just pretend to like somebody one time? Jesus.
Yeah. Scott, play with someone's heart just one single
Yeah,
time.
lead her on. Fucking do
Idiot.
something. I'm poking you with the stick.
No, I like the pie of Scott. I like all of our pies, if I'm being honest.
Who'd you pie?
Locken. He's
Ah,
a frisbee dork.
Frizzy.
No, I like if I ever see Locken in person, I will completely act like I never said anything negative about him or called him boring or anything like that. I will absolutely try to be his friend.
Yeah, that goes for most reality TV stars that we've been critical of, including
Colton,
Iggy.
Iggy.
Was Iggy the airport guy
Yeah.
when he was like super swagged out? In
He
the
wasn't even
airport?
that's he was just like he was wearing the zebra print Yeezys.
That's what it was.
It's just a little unnecessary for a Monday morning airport trip.
I don't know. He's kind of swagged out.
He's a short king. He's a stout king, though. I wouldn't want to go up against him. I could see him on the flanks in like a rugby match. I don't know what I'm talking about. Should we get out of here?
Yes. Hey, good season. Thanks for sticking around with us. And shout out to our new UK listeners who tuned in.
Yeah, all the people in the UK who absolutely love us. We love you too, dude.
Hundreds of thousands of you guys who watched or listened.
Shout out Blakey Locks.
Yes.
Major shout out Blakey Locks. Go follow Blakey Locks. Go listen to his podcast that had Dylan on it today.
I appeared on his podcast.
Shout
Very
out,
cool.
I love sports.
Sports are fun. All right. Bye.